Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. How have you been? How's life? How's things? Welcome to a Thursday Talks. Thursday. Thursday Talks. Wow. I know. I'm sorry. We're really going to open with an uwu. Is this really what we're doing? Thank you, Nirvana. Also, you got the first tag, so congratulations. Formally, the first redeem goes to you. So you've won again. Congratulations. Also, Chill, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Green King. Also, Scar, it's good to see you. How are you? I'm glad you're enjoying the new emotes. Also, Scar, out of the gate, redeeming the bad 80s workout. That's perfect. That gives me enough time to rest. I'm tired already. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go right to the bad 80s workout. You know what? Thank you, Scar. I needed this. I'll be right back. Well, there you go. The Bad 80s Workout brought to you by the one, the only Scar. I hope it was worth 1,000 smackaroos. 1,000 das cash. I don't remember what I call it now. But hey, thanks for redeeming it. I actually, redid it with the Nanachi instead of, Anyway. If anyone remembers the old Bad 80s Workout, I had to really cut back on how much working out I did filming this one. I am not as young as I was when I filmed that original one. And I felt it. I felt it. Those sit-ups, ooh. How's everyone doing though? How's your week been? It's been 5 or almost 6 days since we were live last, I think. I was supposed to stream earlier this week and life got busy. I told you I had the month off in July, right? Took that month off of work, but we have hit the ground running, and woo! It is a really busy week. In fact, there is zero chance of a stream this weekend. I know that. Probably the next one will be our regularly scheduled programming with the Tuesday Talks. I haven't even got to do any Dungeons and Dragons aside from I got to be a player at Chill's table last weekend. But I have been totally locked into work. Let it be remembered that I was also the very first person to use that redeem. That is true. You were the first. And now you're the second first. Think about that. Think about it. Woo! The robot version you use. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the worst. When you're using publicly available avatars and they change. They make them private or, they take them offline or whatever. It just sucks, especially when you find something that you really like. But that happens a lot. My favorite avatar lists, there's just several squares now where it's this one's, faded out. User has privated this or yeah, it sucks. That is ultimately why I started getting my own avatars. I don't have a big interest in editing my own avatars or trying to learn that or whatever. I don't even have a big interest in doing a ton of customization to things once I have them. I'm more interested in just having something that I upload to my account so that even if the public version goes away, which has happened a lot, I just know that like that one will live in my account, until VR chat makes some policy change or who knows. But anyway, until someone hacks me, deletes everything. I was worried that some of these emotes might have too much detail, and that some of it might get lost. But they're working out even in the small factor. The peak, it's pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, that was the promise I made to you all, that if I streamed for that time limit on that last stream that we did, what was it, 2 hours or whatever? If I could push to 2 hours, we would get some emotes commission. So there's 10 new ones in there. Also, because we have so many now, I've got, some of them have shifted to follower emotes. So I think there's like 5 that are available as just follower emotes. One of them's like the thumbs up. One of them's like the pog or whatever. The thinking. There's several in there that are just like, everyone should have access to as long as they're a follower. And then the tier 1 emotes, I think, are maxed out right now, or now. But yeah, we filled up those slots, so that was fun. The Mad Max Interceptor? What is that? Is that a new vehicle? I don't remember that one. Yeah, chill. It was such a good session. You did a phenomenal job. So, the quick recap on Chill's D&D session, just because I know that like I've been hyping that because it's like the one thing I'm a player at right now, and I've been like woo woo woo, right? We had a combatless session, and I think it was probably one of the best sessions that Chill has run, in my opinion, because like we were all on the edge of our seat. There was like so much intrigue and like a bit of mystery, a bit of like discomfort and uncomfortableness about what we were navigating, and you could tell that people were just like invested in what was happening. Like we were getting immersed in this imagination, which was really badass. So shout out to you, Chill. Great job. Show my 1 month. Scar, thank you so much for the 46. That's almost 4 years. Almost 4 years of support. 46 months. And by the way, shout out to that 1 month streak, man. Keep that up. That is. Whew. You don't say about the avatar? Yeah, dude. You know the pain of losing a good avatar. Thank you again, Scar. I really appreciate it. Also, it's good to see you in here. I hadn't seen you in here in a little while. I think our schedules have diverged a little. I also still don't stream very frequently, but yeah. You have your spider? Well, I'm not happy to hear that you have your spider. I was hoping that was the one you lost. Is the car Max drives in Road Warrior? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen a lot of films. I won't catch most of the references. I'm sorry. Yeah, chill. Great session. I really enjoyed it. You'll be able to talk again? Oh, Scar! So, there's like recovery happening? Therapy and stuff? What do you mean, how rude? You know I don't like the spider. That's why you use it. It scares me. How rude. Scar, I'm so happy to hear that there's, at least I assume there's improvement. Last 7 days have been really good. That is phenomenal. That's exciting. I'm relieved to hear that for you. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Congratulations. I know there's no one happier than you, I'm sure. But damn. That's badass. Well, don't feel like you've got to stress it or strain it. You don't want to overdo it early, Continue to make those iterative steps. You know. You're a pro. I do not love the spider. The actually, aka /nerd emote is so... I was like 50-50 split. I love it because it's really cute. And also I was like, damn, that hits a little close to home. I feel a little called out by that one. Yeah, last I looked, Scar, we're waiting on, I think, one more vote, and then I can get the next session scheduled. We wouldn't have been able to play this week anyway, so that's why I wasn't pushing any faster to get them scheduled. But, yeah, I'd like to get back into it. I'd like to get back into it soon. I was enjoying the hardcore stuff, and I was especially enjoying, like, the last fight where I kind of threw a surprise at you all, and, you know, I want to do more of that kind of stuff and take the framework of the campaign that y'all know, but toss it around a lot so that even though you're experienced players, it still will surprise you. Like, you kind of know the skeleton of it, but what's going to happen in between is like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's a tough procedure. They doing okay? I hope so. Fingers crossed for them. Keep the cone of shame on, you know? It's very important. Loud enough to relate. One day you'll be able to pay for rabbit grippers. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe you just have to find me on my other sites, you know? Maybe you just haven't looked hard enough. Speaking of which, I came back to Retrowave Cove tonight. One of my favorites. I love this world. I really like this world. It's so good. I like this skybox out here. I like the cityscape. So good. But we still may pivot about halfway through. My energy is a little low today. You can probably tell it. It's like I said, it's been a long week, so I may pivot. I may lean into the lower energy and like take us somewhere more low key, and maybe do like a little fishing world or something. I don't know. Or I may pivot in an opposite direction and take us to some of the activity worlds, like we were doing last stream, and see if we can find some more energy somewhere along the way, like get a second wind, you know. But stream will not run late tonight because I have an early morning. So we will try to honor the schedule. I came really close, y'all, to doing a Pokemon stream tonight. I've been kind of like, I don't know. I've been getting that itch. I want to sit down and like just run through a Pokemon game. And I haven't, well, I beat Let's Go Pikachu on stream, but that's kind of like, that's like diet Pokemon, right? I haven't beat a mainline Pokemon game since Silver. I don't mean Soul Silver, I mean Silver. And I'd like to like see some of the generations that I missed. I've been thinking about it. But maybe that's an off-stream project, because I don't want to do any real challenges with it, right? I don't want to nuzlocke it. I don't want to do anything like that. I just want to run through it. See the generations that so many people love. Supposedly, like, Gen 1 and 2 are radically different from everything else anyway, which is really all I'm familiar with, so I don't know. One's already acting like herself. She's been on the sedative. Mm-hmm. Starting to act a little normal. Yeah, they'll, you know, and I'm sure there'll be discomfort, and whenever, you know, when I don't feel good, I act a little like, bleh. So we got to give space for the pets to, you know, not feel okay, and so it's okay for them to be a little grumpy or sad if they've had a major procedure, right? That's normal. That's okay. Yeah, see, I've heard that like Ultra Sun and Moon are really good games, and apparently Black and White are like really divisive, which I find interesting. I want to sample them just to see why they're so like divisive among the community. I know people had big performance gripes about Scarlet and Violet, like the newest ones, right? But the Switch 2, I've heard has kind of fixed that with the upgrade, so I don't know. But I don't think I want to jump that far forward. I kind of want to make the jumps forward, like little jumps, little steps. What were your thoughts, Scott? Well, first of all, how up to date are you? And then what did you think about? Like, have you played most of them? Still a shitty game? You mean like story wise, or just mechanics, or? Oh yeah, yeah. Getting them fixed can definitely help with that, like aggression. I didn't know you had a Switch too, man. I'm surprised that. Okay, wasn't that how all Pokemon games used to be though? Right? Like there was red and blue, and then they shot out yellow, which was like the polished product, right? And then there was what, gold and silver, and then they were like, here's crystal or whatever, right? Didn't they? Or and then there was like emerald and like after ruby and sapphire, they used to like do like they'd have two rough ones and then they'd release the polished one. Is that not what they do now? Oh, that's right. They've shifted to a DLC model. I forgot about that. Yeah, so the open world kind of scares me a little bit because I haven't given it a lot of time. I tried Arceus at someone else's house, and I was not a super fan of the gameplay loop. And part of it was I felt like that had a very open world. So I don't know. That's why I want to start older and kind of start working forward. I'm worried if I jump to just modern games, it might be too big a jump, and I might culture shock. Pokemon culture shock. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It was like here's a field of like 10 of the same thing, and it's like keep catching them until you max out your meter, but you don't fight them. You just catch them over and over and over. At least that was the part that's the part I was at, and I was like, it it reminded me of like the Let's Go Pikachu experience where I had to keep throwing the balls because I couldn't catch anything because I didn't know the mechanic. So but like even stuff like I started Fire Red on stream a long time ago. That's what I was doing the friend lock with. Never beat that. Never played Soul Silver. Like a lot of those things that are like polished up remade versions of some of my favorites. It might be good to go back and try some of those as well. I don't know. I gotta do some research. I gotta push my glasses up and figure out where I'm going. World of Tanks. Yes. I've watched some World of Tanks gameplay. It's not for me, but it definitely seems interesting, especially the folks who know what they're doing. The thing that I enjoyed watching the most in the World of Tanks gameplay was the artillery role, right? They'd sit on the back line and just shell the opponents. I was like, whoa, that's a cool position. Just pushing the glasses up, okay? Okay, you don't have to call me out. Bob Seger. Boom. But yeah, other than that, what other updates? I think it was today or yesterday now, I guess. If you're a fan of Castle Crashers, the new DLC dropped, which I'm pretty excited about. So if you're familiar with it, they took the painter boss, and like did a DLC merge with them, and now you can make your own characters. And I didn't know they were doing this until today. They actually did like a retexture of all the original characters. What's really cool is you can swap between the classic mode and the new mode. Your character progression moves between them, so it's just essentially a graphics swap. So if you prefer the old style, you can play there, or if you like the new style, you can play there. And they added a new character. Not only can you make your own characters, but they added the painter as a playable character, and his starting weapon is a pencil, and his magic, he summons little paintings on the screen. It's really cool. Someone made Hatsune Miku? No. Oh, the tank destroyers are fun too. No armor though. They're weak. Weak. Chill had already challenged me to try and draw my avatar. I was like, oh, I don't have the drawing skill. But that was cool. I'm excited about that. I don't think it'll like make the game start over. You know what I mean? But I do think it'll be like a fun revisit for a couple of sessions sort of experience. So what game is this? Wait, the one I'm in right now, Ike? Also, hi, Ike. The one I'm in right now? Or the one I'm talking about? Ike, I'm in the Matrix. Yeah. What Scar said. Castle Crashers. You can hit someone cross map, yes, but if a small speedy boy finds you, marks you, and then you're artilleried from across the map. Boom. How you doing, Ike? My dad's really obsessed with watching World of Warships gameplay. He'll just watch, like, he just on YouTube. He just watches hours of the gameplay. I'm like, Dad, it's a free game. I can get you in there. Like, you could try it out. You could be part of this battle. He's like, no, I'd rather watch it. Dad, why? What I need some sleep. I do. What do you mean helpful commentary? I'm doing great. Well, I was doing great over the summer. Summer's over. I'm back in work mode now. And it's been a busy week. So, let me see if I can do this. Is it Durante Powers? Durante? I don't know if I'm getting that right or not. But thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Want you to try World of Warships? You should try it. It looks fun. Got the name right? Okay, good. I was worried. I get panicked. I'm no good with names. I end up shortening everyone's names, so. Perfect. How you doing today? Or tonight, I guess. I don't know. How are you? What brings you around these parts? Am I part of the inane peanut gallery that you're referring to? What is happening? Like, how are you gonna roll up and just open throwing hands? Not much, just perusing the VR chat category, I take it. It's a good category to sneak through. Do you do any VR stuff yourself? Oh, why? Green King, why? I'm the icon. I'm like the Lady Gaga of the inane. I'll take that. Cheers to that, actually. What are y'all having tonight? Tea? Water? Whatever it is. Oh, man. Tea. Wait. What kind of tea? All right, we've got herbal tea is one. What else? I am a sucker for a really good cup of Earl Grey, but I don't want anything added to it. At the most, maybe like half a teaspoon of honey. At the most. I like my Earl Grey just plain. I've also really come around to Yorkshire. Yorkshire tea is pretty good, but I do like to add a bit of milk to Yorkshire tea. That's really good. Lemon ginger. Ooh. That's got like just a bit of a bite to it. It's good. It also helps settle your stomach. Well, at least mine. I don't know. Milk and sugar in Earl Grey? What? What? Earl Grey's... That's fine. Enjoy it the way, enjoy it the way you want to. That's the main thing. Also, Nirvana, I see your highlighted uwu up there. I see it. Yummy berry tea? No berry's a strong enough flavor that you don't need a lot added to it, I think. It's, Why is the screaming and the sword so good together? That's kind of unsettling. I don't know if I like that. I don't... Hey, how's it going, Pat? We're just hanging out, listening to a bit of music, catching up. I was complaining about a busy work week, air quotes complaining, and we were just talking about teas. We're sort of in the starting phase of the chat, seeing where conversation goes. You know how it is. What are you up to? The bonk? The bonk is pretty good. It's funny, too, because everyone was like, we want a bonk. And I think what folks were picturing was like me getting bonked, and I reversed it. So, Is that just someone burning? Just fire. Ah! Animated emotes are so good. They bring another tier to it. Now give us you getting bonked? Nope. We got to build up the stream fund again. I spent a fair amount of it commissioning new emotes, so the stream is self-sufficient, right? Y'all donate to like a point, and then I'll add something to the stream, and then y'all donate to a point, and then I'll add something, and it kind of just funds itself, so that I don't have to spend a lot of money. But it does mean that we have to wait a while till we hit those thresholds. All my money is like spent on cheap takeout. My IRL money. Oh yeah, it is the burning Elmo, isn't it? Just reskinned. Or maybe that's what Elmo looks like after it's been in the fire for a while. How much do you need? I got 3K in gold right now. I'll take all 3K gold. Me getting bonked would be a TOS violation? Why? Why is that a TOS violation? Darren Zeus? I don't know if I know them. What do they stream? Darren Zeus. Is that name tickling anything in my mind, my memory? I don't think so. I'm a very disconnected streamer. I'm not well connected to like Twitch as a whole, or any category really. I kind of like log on, wiggle my arms around like twice a month, and then log out. I was like, hey. A VR chat meme? Okay. I know I know of some VR chat streamers, but yeah, I'm not as well connected to the category as a lot of folks are. You want to suggest a bonk as an emote? Or the burning one? Hanging out with friends in VR? Yeah, I saw you online. Actually, that reminds me, I need to switch my status so people know that I'm not ignoring them. There we go. Yeah, I saw you online. I was like, oh man, Pat Zone. I hadn't seen you in VR in a long time. What are y'all up to? Just like chatting? Or are you doing one of the cool worlds or something? They do YouTube videos as well. I'll have to look them up sometime. One of the people that got you into VR. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I still remember the streamer that got me into VR. That was a long time ago. They don't even stream stream VR chat anymore at all, or any VR content actually. That would have been late 2017, I guess, because I think I first got in VR in 18. So yeah, late 2017. That was a little while ago, huh? I had this weird thing happen in in the real world today. I was driving to go get some groceries and my phone vibrated and I was like, okay, I'll check it out when I get there. And I was a few minutes down the road from the grocery store. So I get out of the car, check out the phone real fast before I walk in, and it's a text from a colleague that used to work where I work currently. We worked together about 4 or 5 years ago now. And they said, hey, daspra, insert real name. It's their real name, in case I deleted their number. I haven't, but, good phone etiquette suggests you should do that. And then they said, does this third name ring a bell for you? I am working at a place now, and they listed, we were comparing notes, and we both know you. It's like, oh my God. And the name that they said was a person that I worked with 17 years ago. My mind was blown. Very soon, it will have been someone I worked with 18 years ago. And I was just like, holy crap. I'm old enough to say that I worked with somebody 18 years ago. That's wild. That's wild. Anyway, I just had one of those old people moments today where I was like, oh, it's happening. Not snakes, bruh. What? God. You can... Okay, Green King. They make booster seats. Yes, I can see over the wheel, okay? Hey, Octo, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Actually, I thought about you today, Octo. I was watching, YouTube was going passively in the background while I was working on something, and it came up on a video that was comparing Splatoon 3 on the Switch 1 and the Switch 2, and it was talking about some of the graphical updates and performance updates and new game stuff, and I was like, oh man, it's I bet Octo knows all about that. Pushes glasses. Hang out in an arcade world. Ooh. Very nice. Is it one of the ones where the arcade machines are interactable in VR? Or is it just more like an aesthetic, a vibe, if you will? Nice. Why are you not excited about tomorrow? What happens? Hey, Hudson, how you doing? The bratty bottom... The bratty bottom bunny boy is live. That alliteration is starting to trip me up. It's too late, Ike. I already read it. It's too late. How not to make what time to not make notes on how to. The notes ones look so good. Oh, sorry. This is my first time seeing them live. I kept panicking. I was like, the detail is going to be too much. I was like, things are going to get lost. But no, you could see, or at least I can see them on my VR stuff here. Oh, good luck with the dentist. I hope it goes well. I'm not a fan of the dentist. Interactable. Yeah, those worlds are so much fun. They can do so much in VR now. VR chat itself, even if you're not in VR chat has so many worlds and different games and different activities as they keep increasing like the complexity of how we code stuff within the game. I guess like what options are available to people. What, through like Udon or whatever they use now. It's so cool. People are so creative. Two minor cavities? Well, hopefully minor cavities are like, and then they just fill it, right? They don't take too long. So fingers crossed that it doesn't hurt too bad. Das Simp Army here? No. They do need to happen. Yeah. They're not fun, but they're important. Because if they go untreated, they turn into bigger cavities, and then they turn... not good. So, yeah, that's a phenomenal song. Tastes like a sour blue... No doubt. Maybe a slightly spoiled sour blue raspberry at this point. But yes. Absolutely. Flo! Hello! How are you? Got a Das crush. No. Yeah, Green King, I had to read it twice. I definitely thought you were... Yeah. I was like, why is Green talking about sucking toes? I was like, where are we going with this? What letter is missing from that sentence? You're farting in my general... Nice. Yeah, Green King did. Referenced it. Up in chat. Embrace... Nah. I'll just keep being me. Y'all keep being you. And it'll all work out. I did bring a second camera angle again, though. I did a little bit of stream prep. Look at this. Whoa. I can put you all further away, and I can move. And you can follow. That's pretty cool. So I can, like, pace and talk. And be like, yeah, you know, blah, 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 blah. If I only had scripted the pretend conversation, that would have been good, right? But no. So now I'm just blah, blah, blahing. So the smug one is my favorite in like how it came out, like the visual. But the scream one is the funniest. Every time I laugh every time I see that one. Sydney, hello. How's it going? Conceptually sickening that I have an old man magnetism? What do you mean? What do you mean? That window? We replaced it with, this isn't really glass. It was for everyone's safety, so no one can't get out of that. Far more important matters. What important matters? Sydney, hello? Hello? Are you asking if I enjoy feet, toes, gripper? I mean, you know, I like to walk. I think they do that well. I can appreciate a foot that gets me from A to B. You know, as good as the next person, I guess. Living costs are all over the place, Octo. You really gotta do a lot of research. Sorry I'm late. No, you're not. You're right on time. I hope the Brady Bunch was good. What a wholesome show. But for a sub, not just one sub. That's not how that works. He said it last stream. Last stream, he was in a different headspace. So that was a one-time deal. That's not an ongoing deal. Do you think they're hot? I mean, yeah, they get sweaty and stuff, right? Is that what you mean? I don't know, Amber. I don't know why you joined. I don't know what's happening. Green King made a typo and referenced toes instead of those, and then we just slid right down. Right down. That's it. Everything went from there. To the Ren Fair? Pat, how was it? Did you get a meat on a stick? I mean, unless you're like vegetarian or vegan or anything, in which case did you get like a corn on a cob? How you doing, Amber? Amber, how are you doing? We float around here? It's funny you mentioned that. I've been watching the end of Critical Role Campaign 2. I'm like, I've got like 10 episodes left. And anyway, there's a character that floats a lot. I won't say any spoilers, but there's a character that floats a lot. And that's been in my head. Not denying? No, I'm just saying, like, as much as the next person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. A foot's a foot, you know? Oh, so your money will take you further where you're trying to go. That's always a good thing. It's when it's in the opposite direction that you have it's like, ooh, life's more expensive over there. That was kind of my situation when one of the last times that I moved from like a place where I was like, I'm doing great. And then I had like a slight raise and moved, but cost of living was so much higher that I ended up netting less like take home money. It was terrible. No, the whole stream will not be about toes. Don't worry. I won't let it. I'll just end straight. Been much better, but we live in. Well, we'll keep talking about toes till you feel better. How about that? Ooh. Hey, Tiger Man, how's it going? I've been booping. This has been a sickening stream. What are you made? What did stream elements do? Oh, the 4 years? Is that getting to you, Ike? How you doing, Tiger? Are we wait. Are we on a ride? Tiger, are we on a ride? My bunny No. Not for free. Setting rules around here. We're gonna start content locking. Still hadn't got the turkey leg? That's okay. No worries. I think they're probably a little overrated if I had to guess. If you in stream, you'll have made the whole stream about toes. That's perfect. That's perfect. This is brilliant. This could be our first of many. I think we found our future. Bob Dylan. So good. I don't know, Green King. Whose fault do you think it was? So for bit, no. No. Hudson, no. Keep your bits. Everyone, stay calm. Look, this is a very low energy stream. Okay, we're catching up. It's been like a week. I was like, you know what? Even though I'm kind of tired, we're gonna go live. We're gonna catch up. I'm gonna let you all know that I'm still kicking. You know, we're not trying to. I'm not trying to lift my legs tonight. I'm not trying to move my camera a lot. We're just connecting, you know. We're no car rides. Oh, you got the day off? Congratulations. Did you do anything fun with your day off, Tiger? All the mental damage? 100%, Ike. 100%. Also, Blood, how you doing? Welcome in. Absolutely. Cheers. Whatever tea y'all may be having today. I hope that you enjoy it. How you been? I've been pretty good, Sydney. I mean, it's been a busy work week, but that's okay. I like busy weeks. I like whine about them a lot because I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. But I like going to bed tired because I like falling asleep when my head hits the pillow and then waking up and feeling accomplished. Like, I thrive in that kind of environment. I enjoy that. If I'm not doing a lot of things, I start to get really like bored and then I get stuck in my head, and that's not good for anybody. So it's better for me to be busy. So I'm doing well. I've been very productive. I have a lot more stuff I need to get done before an impending deadline, but it's fine. I'll get there. The stream's gas. Green King did it. Blame Green King. This is not my fault. You know, Flo, you know as good as anyone that I have no control over the direction of conversation on a Thursday Talks. Air quotes, Thursday Talks. I have no control. This isn't my show. I am just stuck in the... If this is the car that we're in, you all are in the driver's seat. I am stuck in the back seat. My arms are tied up, and I am along for the ride. Now, you know that's true. His hips might go out. Damn right. Blood, how you doing? A whole lot of lazy? Nice. Did you play any games or anything? What do you do for fun? What do you do when you're having a lazy day? Who's got the second most popular DAS clip? Who got it? Who got it? They reset recently. I don't know what it was during that other VR chat stream when we were doing activities. There were a couple of clips that y'all were giving me a hard time about. One of them was the dancing one. I remember that one. I've forgotten the other ones. The one when I was like, we were ranking like ceiling fans or clouds, and I like stopped and I was like, I'm old and doing this, and it was really sad to watch the clip. Yeah, I've been great. Camera angle? You think I got the skills to fly a camera? Nah. I had to get on like 30 minutes before stream to set up 2 camera angles so that I can just move between. The wings. Ooh. Like a twice baked potato almost, Pat? That sounds pretty good. It was one spelling mistake. Well, look what you've done. We have to listen to Highway to the Danger Zone now just because of... That's how close we are to doom. Scar, why are you fanning this fire? Scar, why are you fanning the fire? Hey. Let me tell you something. I turn the collars in this world off before I go live so that I don't accidentally grab them and so that I'm not tempted by them. 2 important facts, all right? I don't know what's happening. Dude, the scream is... It's so good. It's so good. It's also like internally what I feel when y'all are just going, like that's me on the, I'm like, ah! I mean, yeah, the ceiling fan rankings were pretty fun, so that was a fun night. I think we really leaned into absurdity that night and had a great time, and it really came across. It was a good stream. I left really like with a smile on my face. I hope that you all felt the same way. Also, Sydney has redeemed the Pokemon battle. You all know what that means. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to see if I have what it takes. If I have trained enough to beat chat finally. Hey, shout out to Hotch W for making the sprite for me in the upcoming clip, but also the sprite for you all as chat, a talented pixel artist. With that, I challenge all of you to a Pokemon battle. Well, seems like y'all were prepared again. That did not go very well. Dude, claps for Hotch, though. Claps for Hotch for that. The art, so good. So good. Pretty sure Scar just wants to cause maximum damage. Always. Always. Tiger, that is a scary flamethrower. That's terrifying. Yeah, I hit the wrong. I was hoping no one would notice that I hit the wrong button, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, okay? And Sydney, thank you for the Pokemon Battle Redemption. I hope it was worth the channel points. One day, I'm going to surprise you all. I will quietly create a second version where the battle goes a very different direction. And one day, someone's going to click it and be like, I can't wait to beat daspra again. And there's going to be a different story. You just wait. You wait and see. This is this has got to be one of my top 10 songs of all time. I love this song. This is a perfect driving song. You win in every... I finally win. Mass bands. Wait, Flo, which Pokemon are you playing? This is actually funny. I was talking about Pokemon at the beginning of stream. I came this close. I'm trying to get my fingers just... There you go. I got that close to streaming a Pokemon game today. I've kind of been in the headspace for it. I don't know. I want to try something. But I didn't do enough research about which one to play. And I didn't have my stuff set up to like capture Pokemon right now, so. And also I'm kind of tired, and I was worried if I sat in my seat, I would just get more tired and kind of like just run out of gas. So I figured, let's get on our feet. Let's pivot back and forth. Do that thing that I do where I just left, right for 3 hours like this. This is just me sped up. No. That's such a bad clip. And the first most popular clip is Pavlov from a long time ago when a friend of mine by the name of We3 didn't play Pavlov correctly. That is a clip worthy of a top spot on the channel. That is a cute one. It's just a little goober. Nice. No, Hotch only made the sprites. Somebody else on YouTube made the battle, and then I was like, take the files, put the sprites in, export. But make the little adjustments so it actually kind of fits. Cobblemon? Pokemon in Minecraft? What? What is this? What magic is this? I was just talking about like a mainline Pokemon. No challenges, no ROM hacks, just Pokemon. Like Professor Oak shouts at me and tells me I shouldn't go out in tall grass by myself or something, you know? Okay, look, my nya, right? I'm not gonna actually make the sound. I'm just gonna. It's not. It's called acting, right? It's not subby. It's acting. You gotta give the. Anyway. Almost half a year? Tiger, are you serious? Has it been that long? That's wild. It actually feels like we just met. Time flies. Every once in a while, someone will do the followers thing, and I like scratch my... Right, like there's some folks now So I'm just gonna pick on Scar for example. Like when Scar's is like 4 or 5 years, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. We've known like Scar and I have known each other a long time. That tracks. But then sometimes like some people it pops up like half a year, and I'm like, no way, no way. Deviled eggs are so good. Defeated Brock. I would be a male low. What do you mean I would be a male low punny? What do you mean? Battleship, how's it going? 19 days left to go. Until what? Spent a lot of time with friends recently. Gotten some cool new stuff for my collection. Oh, hell yeah, Pat. What sort of things? Battleship. Oh, wait. It's 19 days until Helldivers on Xbox. I know. I remember what you're excited about. The population is going to explode. Yeah, Octo, I haven't had an interest in Pokemon, like a hard interest in Pokemon since the original Silver. And somewhere like over the last couple of weeks, I've been like, I wonder what, I need to go back and try some of those other games. So good luck with Misty. She's tough. Unless you have a grass or an electric or any of the other things that beat water. You got this. I'd be a Gloom. Hey, don't make fun of Gloom. Gloom carried that team. You know it. That Gloom kicked ass. That was your Pokemon, wasn't it? What kind of... Wait, Tiger. What kind of pizza is the off-work special? Sorry, I'm falling behind, y'all. I'll catch up. Oh, yeah, if the follow command has a cooldown. Sorry. 4 years, 1 month, 21 days. Damn, Amber. Over 4 years. You're a goober? Wow. Hey, Hayes. Bye, Hayes. Rest well. Sorry, I'm behind on chat, but I just got to your message. But hello, and goodbye, and sleep well. Femboy? I am not a femboy. Everyone, trust me. If I ever were a femboy, which I wasn't, that death would have occurred 20 years ago. Those days are not here anymore. I've been doing great. Yeah. Thanks for asking, Battleship. And I don't know why I keep forgetting. I'm like, what are you excited about? I'm like, oh yes, Helldivers. I showed your Meowth to another VTuber and he said it sounded feminine. Yeah. VTubers like seek that. Not all, to be clear. But that's like a bit, right? Like a lot of the streamers are like, oh, like we lean into the femboy meta thing. But I actually don't. It's not part of my regular bit. It's not part of my content. I never pretend to be one. Classic Platinum. I've heard that Platinum is solid. And you have to play Black and White 1 before you can pick up 2 from what I've heard, because the story picks right up, right? Play Helldivers? Helldivers? Maybe. I'm not very good at it, though. Chicago-style pizza sounds good. How am I so far behind? I'm actually trying to catch up. All right. We're going to do speed run now, okay? So should it work now? Yes, after a couple of second cooldown. We disagree. Yes, we disagree a lot, but it's okay. We still get along. Some new popcorn buckets and cups and a few other things that would take a while to explain. But collectibles nonetheless, badass. I'm glad you're finding them. Stuffed crust Philly cheesesteak pizza is Tiger's off-duty pizza choice. That sounds amazing. Das model and Femboy Hooters outfit fan art. Hudson, if you draw it, I'll add it to an intro. But it's got to meet TOS. Jolteon is a badass choice for a Pokemon. Suspiciously twink avatar, though? This one is not. It's literally just a rabbit. What do you mean? Ike knows what? Ike doesn't even play VR. Well, not a lot of VR chat. He doesn't know suspiciously twinky avatars. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what VR chat is. He doesn't know. Not a femboy. Not a femboy. It could be, but it's not. All right, we're almost caught up. Woo! Green King, 9 months. We missed our Twitch baby. Twitch baby. What are we calling it? Counterpoint. Schmug. The smug one's so good. Okay, I'm kind of caught up. Sorry for the speed run. I was just falling progressively further and further behind. Bob. What an excellent choice. I like that. Bob, the Green King Daspra 9-month abomination. Ba 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 ba. Mushy Jones at 47 months. Coming in with a bonk. Bonking all of you. Just bonk. Bonk. Now Mushy has the sword and a hammer. Mushy, thank you for the 47 months. I appreciate it. And good morning. I hope you're doing well. Also, Felix. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, Felix? Bob the Builder. No, that name's been taken. We gotta do a play on like Daspra and Green King. Right? It's gotta be like Bob the Greenspra. It's not even, look, it's not even, like, it's basically completely covered. It would be hard to add much more clothing. It is very tame. It does not embrace the lewd in any way. It is a well-behaved, tame avatar. I don't have those on. Bye, Mushi. Good luck. Good luck at work. Tiger's bonking all of us. Tiger, why? Hudson, thank you for the 25 bits with a AO back of you finally. It's just a back. It's just a back. It's just a back. It's nothing special. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, Octo, I love this song. This song, so good. Yes, the middle. Ike, I'd like to clarify for my minute internet presence that I was not drawn to stream by this avatar. Well, Ike, what drew you in? Was it just my charming personality? My incredible gameplay skills? What what drew you in, Ike? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Work, work, and work. I have work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It will be this coming weekend is the busiest weekend of my year. So yeah. Busy. I will be worn out. There is a 0% chance of a stream this weekend. The next stream at best will be on Tuesday because I will just be spent. Lots of work. That's it. NHL games? Oh, cool. So they license like music and stuff for the games? It's pretty cool. Yeah, Jimmy Eat World. Well, now we're on to America, but you know. I'll send in hand hearts back your way. I saw someone recently doing like their hearts like this, and it looked really cool, but I don't think the Nanachi really pulls it off. It looks more like just a really broken isosceles triangle, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'll stick with the... Ooh. My go-to pizza. Battleship, what'd you make your profile picture? Bob the King. You're getting somewhere. Bob the King. That's something. I like that. My go-to pizza. It depends. It really depends. If I've decided to embrace indigestion, I'm going to go for like whatever the meats pizza is. I'm simple like that, but I like all the meats. Pop, 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 pop. But then I'm going to have terrible indigestion. If I want something more subtle, I honestly a good veggie pizza, like if they're fresh ingredients and stuff on it, you know, done right, and it's like not overcooked, the vegetables are still like kind of crisp and stuff. Oh my gosh. But a bad veggie pizza is garbage. It's such a gamble. Whereas the meats is like good or bad, it's kind of the same experience. A good veggie pizza though, woo. Okay. Oh, it was minute. Damn it, I keep mixing that up. All right. That's when will you give us a date story part 2? Did I ever give part 1? I was drawn in by the gravitational pull of your colossal dumbassery. Yeah. I see you never achieved. Thanks, Battleship. I know. I see you never achieved escape velocity, and you've just been stuck here ever since. Monster and daspra are doing great. They're up at the mountain cabin, getting to relax and enjoy themselves, and I'm getting ready for a very busy weekend. So, woo, I wish I was there with them. But the flip side of that is I get to be here tonight. So, you know, take the good with the bad. Might start drawing art again. Ooh, I didn't know you drew art, Octo. Drawn in by the rabbit. Rabbit noises. What happened? How did I fall so far behind again? Okay, we're gonna activate speed mode again. Speed mode. Wait, it's the White Rabbit from the new Devil May Cry anime? I didn't know there was a Devil May Cry anime at all. The meat. I showed up in your recommended. Is cute. Showed up. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. That's how you got here too? I was in It's so weird to me that I show up in recommendeds at all. Because I stream so infrequently. It's cool. I appreciate it. Thank you, Twitch, and thank you for folks who click. But it's like, man, yeah. Speaking of stuff that'd be a good stream game, date everything? What? Date everything? What is that? What? Didn't hear that you're bad at this? Yeah, I think I might hit the song a little louder than usual. I'm not sure. Yes, the Event Horizon. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Big meats? Think like, yeah. Think like a massive bratwurst, or just a good Italian sausage, you know? This is a really good song. It's fun to play in Audica too. Up to 2013 you drew. Oh wow. Yeah, I think Octo Lore unlocked, I think. Wabbit season. Return to cause problems? And to change identities. Yes. You confirmed that you went on a date with a guy, so now feed us chat with the story. You never date and tell. It's bad manners. Bad manners. Is Flo still here? Flo might be hanging around. Date everything in your house? Is it like a game? We're really honing in on that sausage, aren't we? Just a ham with like, I'm just running across it. Whee! Bedtime, see you next stream. Hey, Tiger, you take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping by. What do you mean? What did I do? You met the bed, figured you'd seen the best there was, stop playing. Really? It's like, oh, I found the love of my life. I still don't like that you remember me. I remember many. Grinking, how could you? How could you? I try hard to remember people's names, and when people like switch their names and stuff, it's not easy though in on Twitch because usernames change so quickly. There's periods of time where like we all disconnect from each other, right? So yeah, I will tell you, if a streamer ever doesn't remember your name, like don't be offended. It's you juggle a lot of names. No one means it in a rude way. It's like, oh man, like it's never meant in like a rude way. It just happens. I wonder what this stuff's all about. Daspra stream was like the fourth one. Click through. He was swapping rapid fire between questions about his new model in VR communities, and then D&D. That's not much has changed in that time, has it? I think that's probably like what the folks who enjoy like the Tuesday talks or the Thursday talk today, right? I think that's probably what people enjoy more than anything. Is just that like it, even for a conversational stream, we like rapid fire swap so fast between different topics. I think people can stay engaged because normally there's like 3 or 4 conversational threads. It's pretty cool. Amber, I would love to see the link if you'd like to send it. Lost my speed. What speed? Also, Chip the Wolves, how's it going? Hello. Welcome back. Sorry, I'm really behind on chat like always, so I'm getting down there, I promise. I hope you're doing well, though. Welcome in. Why do... I say not questionable things, too. In fact, the majority of the things that I would say, are not questionable. When I remember a name, I get proud of myself. I'm like, ooh, look at me. That's true. I could give the story without revealing personal details. Who knows if I will, though? Who knows? It is a new model since then. That is true. Also, Femi, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome in. I hope that you're having a lovely day. What's wrong? No, brats are, you want a mass, like, you get the oversized bun, you slap the massive brat in, and then you dress it how you want, and, do what you gotta do. Best off a grill? Nothing about that's weird. I don't know. Chocolate chip cookies with milk. It's funny you mentioned that. I bought more milk today at the grocery store. I don't have chocolate chip cookies though. I messed out. I messed up. I tongue twisted. Grinking, it flagged the word slapping out of everything you wrote. It was like, are you sure you want him to say slapping? Damn. Alright, it's fine. I don't know. Woke up, then took 3 separate nights, all before getting naps, all before getting out of bed. I'm getting tongue twisted. I can tell I'm a little sleep deprived. Well, if you napped, you must have been extra tired. You probably needed the additional rest. So I'm glad you were able to get it. Oreos and milk are really good. Yep. Psh. Just. I have other avatars though, right? I don't just mean the color swaps either. You are aware, right? There's other options. I don't remember what state this one's in right now. Excuse me. Gotta be sure. Is it worse than you thought? Yes, it was. Oh no! Oh well. I just messed that one up. I hit reset! Alright. We won't play with that one. We'll play with this one instead. Don't worry, the camera will be on again in a minute. Alright. I have this one, which a lot of people don't know that I have. This one's kind of different. I shortened it down so it would fit the camera where I had it set. Still got blue, still got the gray, and then the light features. Slightly different avatar though. It's based on the Archer K9 base, and then it's got like leather jacket, right? Pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. I like this one. Furry, yes. All the avatars I use are pretty furry. That is true. A buff VR chat e-boy. I don't have. Well, I'll show you the other one then. Best friend hasn't talked to me. Hasn't wanted to hang out with me lately. Well, have you reached out to figure out why? Have you been like, what's going on? Why are we not communicating as well? Yes, I just had to be sure that I wasn't breaking any rules. It's a fun avatar, though. I like this one. Bunnies can be very destructive to gardens. I'll allow for that. 1950s, that's exactly the aesthetic that I was trying to hit with this. Yes, like greaser vibes. 100%. Yes, Chip. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Oh, the collar's great. Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding? Now, okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to switch to the other one that I was trying to switch to, but we're going to have to completely rebuild it because I hit reset avatar, so all the options went back to their default. So it will not look how it usually looks, but we get the joy of rebuilding it together. I can think of no better experience on a live stream than rebuilding an avatar, right? Whoa. It might not hurt just to reach out and be like, what's going on? What's going on? You know? Sometimes it's just, like we've talked about before, sometimes people have other things going on in their lives as well, and they're just busy. It's not that they're like ignoring you or whatever. Maybe something has just come up. Maybe something urgent, something important, whatever it may be. Who knows? I need a hero. We're going to skip this one, though. Now, Post Malone, we can do that. We can do that. All right, let's see if we can make the other one work. I'm going to start way too tall. So the first thing will be adjust. So the other one's just an Archer for my VR chat players. So way too tall. So we need to. This is a fun. Boo! Boo! This man. All right. Do that. All right. So now we gotta fix this Archer because it's broken now. It's not how it's supposed to look at all. This is... Oh! I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Oh. Okay, it fixed. Thought we were going to freeze. All right, clothing. Nope. I got to be very careful. Accessories. Yes. Hat. Very important. Body harness. Very important. Wait, we gotta do hat later though. Collar needs to stay on. Very important. Face piercings, stay on. Yes. All that stays on. Yes, good, good. We're getting somewhere. All right, body options. Ponytail. We'll get the hat on in a minute. Everything else stays. Color options. This is important because the hair isn't right now, right? Hair emission hue. Hair emission strength. Let's go to like 25%, and then we're going to hue it to like a blue. Like in there, right? We need the daspra blue. That's important. Right? Yep. And then we got to do... Lore not accurate. True. Lore is not accurate. So now we can go back to accessories and get the hat back on. Boom. I wish I hadn't reset this avatar. You have the basic point. There's some other things I changed. It's got like blue emission and stuff. I don't want to rebuild the whole thing right now. It's going to take too long. But yeah, it's an archer. Archers are pretty cool. I like archers. They're fun. All of my avatars are very dressed and not dressed though. They're all dressed. Remember that. Important. All right, let's go back to what we all know. Hi. It me. All right, I'm done changing. The gyms are too far apart. Lots of walking. You gotta run. You gotta get your running shoes. You're almost to 1,000. Please do a stream special. Oh, what would a stream special look like at 1,000? What would that look like? And don't say 24-hour. Don't say sleeping. I can't. My work life does not allow for like. I can't do a 24-hour stream. I'm also too damn old. I'm too old. Ultra long just yapping. Whew. I mean, maybe we could try to like do a double length feature presentation of a just chatting. Maybe. Maid outfit at 1,000. See, people have been asking for the maid outfit forever. And I'm worried that's gonna lean too much into the bits y'all have already established. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of sleeping streams, to be honest, but I'm not judging anyone that does. You trust me, you don't want to see me sleeping. It's not cute. Community night stream. So we have done some of those before. I'm open to doing some more of those as well. The problem with those is the scheduling aspect, because a lot of times the hours that I stream at, a lot of people are, getting ready for bed or whatever. So it's kind of hard to connect with folks in that way. But maybe another meetup. We could do a meetup as well. We could pair 1,000 with another VRC meetup. I've done like 3 meetups ever in VR chat. It could be interesting to do another one. Maidspra. Oh no. We're not doing Milspra. Oh, it can't be a bit of it's true. Then it's just hot tub stream. I think that would just be me sitting in a hot tub chatting at you all still, right? We did see you. Did you? Did I sleep once? Oh yeah, I was curled up next to the fire and got really tired. I do remember that. I didn't fall asleep though. Spoiler. What do you mean it's not a bit? Whoa. What do you mean it's not a bit? You're gonna deny us the maid? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is that I want to get the name right. I'm gonna mess up. Is it like Tomo 95? Tomo 95? Am I getting that right? I hope so. If not, I'm sorry. But hello, how's it going? Welcome in. What's a community meetup? So Sydney, in the past, I've done 3 of them ever, which is not a lot, but I like go into VR chat in a world where people can just kind of show up and we hang out and we talk. So we do this, but not on stream. We do it like in VR chat. So people can just hang out, talk. We like laugh, have a good time, world hop, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what a community night is. No offense taken about the hot tub stream. I don't want to see me doing either. Yeah, Ike, you got to get that floppy disk out and shake all the dust off, you know? Saw you passing out once and my VR died. Mm-hmm. Ask me anything. So you found the ask me anything question at the 1,500 channel point mark. That's a lot of channel points you spent for that question, Hudson. You just spent... I can't believe you found that. That's been there for a long time and no one's ever clicked it. Story of the date or how you first kissed a guy. Pick one or the other. The 1,500 points is worth one question. One question. So you pick. Almost typed meet up on accident. Not that. Yeah, it's a different event. The talking on Discord night was fun too. We could do some of that again at some point. We're talking a lot about like events and stuff, but to be clear, like I said, right now I'm in a very busy work season, like IRL, so these things are definitely down the line. Need food urgently? Go get some. Dude, hell yeah to Ozzy, but also like, damn. Also, Tomo, how you doing? Or are you like are you more in the lurking category? Favorite type of cheese? I don't think you had to spend 1,500 on that one, Ike. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. It's such a lame answer. Every time I go to the deli, when I get like stuffed slice now, every time I just ask for provolone. Second favorite is going to be smoked Gouda. I'm not ignoring your question, Hudson. Okay, so you're focusing on the first time that I ever kissed a guy. That's the piece that you're most interested in. All right. Well, what I will say is that on the third type medium cheddar. Very boring at that point, but that's my favorite on a burger. So, all right, so the first thing that I'll preface is that kissing a guy would be the last thing that was on my list of things to do. It was like the final box that hadn't been checked. All the other boxes had already been checked. It was the kissing that was like the last box to check. So this was a big fucking deal for me, right? This was the thing that I was like, I can't do that. Least favorite cheese? Damn it, you're... toe cheese. That's my least favorite. So, anyway, I was like super interested in this guy. I was, how was I at the time? I was 23. So this was like the Stone Age. This was a long time ago. He was a little younger, and I already knew that I was interested in like anyone that, you know, that wasn't really an issue, that I was interested in all sorts of folks, but I had never kissed a guy, so I was really quite nervous about it. And we had been like flirting for, I don't know, 8 months or so on and off, trying to figure each other out. We were in this really long, slow game of chess. And one day we were hanging out at his house. Everyone was gone. We were playing Red Dead Redemption, the first one, taking turns, like just passing the controller back and forth and stuff. It's super cheesy. There was nothing really fancy about it. I like passed the controller and like kind of pretended to drop it, and so I was like acting like I was leaning in to pick it up, and instead I snapped up and went for it. Just surprise out of the blue, and yeah, that's how it happened. And we didn't play Red Dead anymore. I don't know. Not the most exciting story. Alright. I hope it was worth your 1,500 channel points. Meanwhile, Ike has spent 4,500 on my fucking shit cheese preferences. Now I pass away. Goodbye. Bye, Flo. Oh, pasta dinner. That'll balance out the fillings for sure. Quit stalling. I wasn't. I wasn't stalling. Ike was stalling. Ike didn't want the story. I don't think the cheese questions were vital. Cute, adorable. Dude, I had reached a point after months. I was like, I want to try this, and I know I want to try this. I'm gonna fucking try this. So, that's not even a question. I can't believe how many points you're pissing away on this. I can see I'm going to have to delete the Ask Me Anything. Wait. Tomo, are you into this? Are you into, do you appreciate the finer things of music? It's over here, isn't it? Do you appreciate the finer things in music? What would be my favorite roll of cheese to kiss? Oh my god. Probably a good, Swiss. All those holes in it, you know? Just... You know? Oh. Oh yeah, no. They're phenomenal. Obsessed. 100%. You're a music guy. Hell yeah. Yeah, this playlist that I'm running with right now is all over the place, so Ike, you've been caught. You've been auto modded. What do you mean you? So, Sydney, I do reserve the option to not answer a question. Like, if someone asks me something really personal or really, like, left field or identifying, right, I can always just be like, no. But here's the catch, everyone. If someone's just intentionally, like, popping in a question with their channel points and be like, I'm going to ask, like, what's your IRL name? Guess what doesn't happen if someone does something like that? There's no refund. If someone's clearly being rude, there's just no refund. The points are gone. They're mine. I will eat the points. The points are mine. I'm eating them, Amber. What? That's not holy? True. That makes sense, Amber. We've gotta put the fake holes in or the Americans won't eat it. That is true. I've been thinking, like, we've had the exact same. I've updated all the little redeems, right? So they're the Nanachi now instead of the old holographic thing that I had going on, which they're so much easier to upload. But I was thinking about, it's like, I haven't really added anything new because I've been slowly refilming the old commercials, and I added the old redeems as of the new avatar. I was like, but there's nothing new. So there's two new things right now. There's the first redeem that Nirvana's gotten both times. It's only redeemable once per stream. It costs 1 channel point. Whoever hits it first, they're the first one in chat. Boom. And then there's the Ask Me Anything. So those have been added. And I'm looking, like, for other ideas for channel point things that I can easily do. I'm not proficient in coding and Twitch things. I see all these cool streamers out there that have, like they'll be in VR chat, right? And someone will throw a hammer at them with their channel points. And I'm like, I have no idea what that process looks like. It looks amazing, but I have no idea how it works. So I have to keep it within my skill level. Weird science. Also, Amber, I'll answer your question. My social security number is 6. I'm pretty old, so I've got one of the older numbers, I'll be honest. The internet is very scary, you're right. Technically, Das will always be the first in chat. That is true, but I won't redeem it. I save all my channel points. Yeah, the voice changers. Mm-hmm. Those are cool. Still scared you? Good. Good. I'm glad everyone was scared. Everyone's like, man, he's losing it. He's dropping his social. Ooh. Pistol Whip taught me this song. Thought it was -2. Yeah, I was one of the. I was a beta tester for Social Security. You out, Hudson? I see how it is. You got the story you wanted. Now you're leaving. Just using me. No, I'm kidding. Have a good night. Bye, Hudson. Take care. A puppy on here? Who's the puppy? Probably secret. I probably shouldn't ask. Secret things. Oh. Wait, do you two know each other? Is there a secret connection that's being revealed in real time here? What's happening? What if, hear me out, I redeemed to ask what the second number on your credit, and then 2 months later, nah. At what point would I stop you? The first one? The first one. Don't ask. Not asking. Not asking. My bad. Wait, what's that? Look over there. Did you see that? I don't know what it was, but it distracted me from whatever I was asking. Asking for advice again. Shoulder's been better. Nice. Stomach issues didn't feel good on Monday. Didn't eat anything. Ate food today. Acting up like crazy, making noises. Get dizzy a few times. I don't know if you haven't. It's always possible that it's like a bug, because you never know. A bug could come in off of like another family member or a housemate or whatever. Sometimes we just, like, maybe you eat something that disagrees with you, but like I always tell you, I am not a doctor. My medical advice is worthless. All right? I still live in the camp of people, like, if I get a bad headache, I still make a hat out of aluminum foil, you know? So that's my level of medical expertise. I can make a great hat, though. So if you need a hat and have aluminum foil, I can help you out. I don't know, stomach pain it could be anything, right? Because it can just be a little bug, or it can be food poisoning, or it can be there's just so many possibilities, right? It can be like if it's more focused in the back, it can be like a kidney stone. It could be a gallbladder. There's just, the list is like unlimited of possibilities depending on where the pain is, when it occurs. It's so hard to narrow down. A flying spider? What about a flying spider? Yeah. Stress can also do it though. That is true. That's a good point. Also, the Bee Gees. Let's fucking go. Got a dip. Green King, thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for being the initial reason that chat completely derailed. I haven't forgotten. Have a good night, man. Take care of yourself. What do you mean it wasn't you? I have proof. I have records. There are logs. Yeah, the Bee Gees are really good. What snacks? I don't have any snacks. You know what I've got in my fridge? I got a leftover pack of hot dogs with 2 weenies because I'm out of buns. And I got like half a carton of milk left. That's it. I got 2 weenies and milk. How to do it. Huh. Trying to think. I am still trying to figure out exactly. Oh wait, we were trying to. Did y'all have any other thoughts? I need to put more thought into it because we are getting closer. So I definitely need to think about it. But did anyone have any other suggestions or recommendations for possibilities for a 1,000 celebration thing? I don't know what people do. So community night was mentioned, right? Doing a longer stream was mentioned. I can't commit to 24-hour, so but maybe something longer because I do tend to do very short streams, like 2 to 3 hours. That's kind of my usual. Maid outfit has been recommended many times. Yes, that's true. I didn't. You're not dead. You're fine. You're fine. Look, I've got. Hold on. Stay right there. Here. This is a pencil. Write down your order. Mario Party. We got the same. We could do it. We've got the same challenge though. I don't know how many folks have the Switch 2. When I tried to do the Mario Kart night, not many folks had a Switch 2, so we weren't able to really get a match together. That was part of the challenge. It would be fun to do another game of Civs, but I feel like we've already missed the opportunity. I feel like if we were going to do it, it had to happen over the summer because of how much time it takes. Chip, why would you be dead? What's happening? I like my Switch 2. I won't lie. I don't love everything that Nintendo is doing, of course, who does? But I like my Switch 2. I take it everywhere I go now. It's so much fun. Maybe, who knows? It's nice. Oh yeah, we'll definitely do another Stream Team stream at some point. I mean something like special to honor like the 1,000 because that's that's a big deal. I think a lot of folks do stuff with like that, so I'll put some more thought into it as well. Reach out to some of my fellow creators. I actually don't know a lot of creators. I was actually I was in VR chat last week at some point, and I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about it would be interesting for us to get on a stream together and just kind of do like a conversation. But when we had the idea, we were both also well hydrated. So I don't know if we should revisit the idea when we're not so well hydrated. What do you mean your legs are numb? What do you... Oh wait, did you do the thing where you like sit on your legs to the point where you lose circulation or something? I do that to my arm a lot in my sleep. I'll like lay on my shoulder and then I'll wake up and I have to like move my arm with my other hand, you know. What do I do with all this for you? I hate that feeling too. And then it gets all tingly when it starts waking up. Ah, it's the worst. The worst. Are you just like really comfy? Just been totally relaxed in a spot? I get that way sometimes. It's like, man, this is like when you get just right in the couch or something and you're like, here I am. I'm going to hang out for a while. I've been there. I don't know if that's your situation but I get the sentiment at least, sort of. It's too late to apologize. I have not seen the first one, so I don't even know what that is, to be honest. But no, probably not. I don't watch a lot of film though, to be honest. I'm very removed from the film world. I'm so focused on TTRPGs right now. That kind of is like all consuming. Between work and that's kind of my main areas these days. So, because like I said, I'm DMing 4 tables right now, and then I'm a player at 1. So I'm involved with 5 tables. Discord movie night. Only if everyone buys the same movie and we just do like a watch along. We don't want to violate any laws regarding media, and he says as he's playing music on a stream. A weighted blanket? Nice. They're so comfortable. They get you locked down. Well, I'm glad you're excited for it. Hopefully it'll be as good as you're hoping, right? Nothing is better than being hyped for a film and then it delivering on your expectations. That is an amazing feeling. It's sad when you're hyped and then it falls short. That can be sad. Mad Max. I think we've only ever really done one movie night, and it was I've already forgotten the name of the film, but Amber suggested it. And it was about the communicating with the aliens, and it was all about language and stuff, and I really liked it, but I don't remember the name of it. And it had a really pretty song at the end of it. I don't remember the name of it. Theoretically in 4. 3 are on pause, 1 very rarely meets. Dude, you gotta hit unpause. When you're ready, you gotta unpause it. You see, Ike, it's too late to apologize, okay? It's too late. Wow. £200? Is your weighted blanket like a? Is it like a Alaskan husky across your lap, or perhaps maybe I don't need to ask questions. Maybe I need to remember what you said earlier and just stop asking questions. Arrival. Yes, that was the film. That was a good. I actually enjoyed that movie night. That was good. That was pretty good. Oh, okay. School related. Gotcha. What a good song. Oh my gosh. Woo. It's a 200-pound beanbag weighted blanket. That's badass. I would be stuck under it. I couldn't pick it up. I can't move 200 pounds. I would just be trapped there. Fell right back into your computer chair. I fell backwards. Just fell back into sitting. Well, at least you didn't get hurt, I hope. Well, since I already shared my big weekend plans of just working, do any of you have any big weekend plans? When's the RimWorld stream? You know, I have given RimWorld a try twice. And I didn't enjoy it either time. I don't know why. I have never been able to get behind it. And it doesn't make any sense. I should enjoy it. It's like right up my alley, but I don't. Death Cab for Cutie? How was the concert? Dude, is that why you can talk again? Did you scream so much that you got your voice back at a concert? Yeah, talking about this song? So good. The music video is kind of cool too. No injuries? I'm really glad. So, you gotta be careful, especially like when you get older and you fall. Falls are not just, it's not like, whoops, I tumbled. It's like, dear God, I think I just dislocated like my hip. I mean, it's, ugh. I hope your stomach calms. Yeah, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I don't know what it was about it. It just, but my gaming tastes are really weird now. Like I no longer even have like a genre that I can point to and say, oh yeah, I really like that game or that type of game. It's like I just have to evaluate things on a case by case basis. I spend a lot more time playing old nostalgic games than I ever do exploring new games now. I will say Fantasy Life popped off for me. I've put like 80 hours into Fantasy Life now. That was surprising because when I first started, I was like, like I might like this. I was kind of on the fence, and then I started playing it on my Steam Deck when I was like traveling around and stuff. Oh my God, that game consumed me. Fantasy Life is phenomenal. Rimming whose world? I think Scars, but I'm not sure. Is that the weekend plans? Rimming some worlds. Better live than on album? Oh, that is such good news. A lot of times bands like on their album, like it's so polished and so, you know, and you go watch them live and it's like, oh, like this isn't exactly what I was expecting. When they're better live, that's exciting. Sturdy fellow. I was sturdy, when I was a youngin'. I ain't sturdy anymore. I'm brittle. You know this song from GTA 5? What? This is Baker Street's classic. Amber, you do have some good recommendations. I'll definitely. 31? It's all downhill from there. I'm kidding. You're fine. Yeah, Proteus. I think Proteus works like daytime jobs and stuff as well. So a lot of times the late streams he can't make, which is it's all good. Y'all know I don't expect you here every stream. I stream so infrequently, so unpredictably. I cancel so many streams, and I stream at really weird hours, right? So it's like I always say, I just appreciate if you can stop by even for a minute. If you say hi, like, man, thanks so much. That means the world. But if you can't make it, that's okay too. There will always be another stream. That's the cool thing about it. If you miss one, it's aight. There'll be a VOD if you're curious, and then there'll be another stream later. There is no need, like people talk about like the fear of missing out, or I'm not going to say the shortened version, but people like that have that fear of missing out. You have nothing to fear missing one of these streams because there will be another one. So no worries. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. If I say it, it's suddenly like not cool anymore, I'm at that age where if I say something, they have to retire the phrase. Yeah, I played a lot of GTA 5 or GTFO. GTA 5. I played a lot of it as well. My dad played a shit ton. He did not cheat. He got in like invite only lobbies all by himself. Played a ton and got like a level 400 character just all on his own. I was shocked. Also, Amy, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. Hello, raiders. How was Amy's VR chat stream? Welcome, everyone. Spyro, thank you for the follow. Also, is that Orc, like Orc YT, like Orc YouTube likes gaming? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow as well. How was your stream? Hey, Paul Oliver, good to see you again. I'm gonna mess your name up. I'm gonna shorten it to Mad for now. Mad, good to see you again as well. Seems some familiar names. The epitome of freedom's greetings to you as well. The epitome of Super Earth. Have you been keeping Super Earth liberty and democracy full of... I messed up the bit, but you know what I'm saying. Lizzie Fur, thank you for the follow. And is it Mako the Femboy Shark? Am I getting the emphasis right on the A? Is it a long A? Mako? Thank you both for the follows as well. Worked for 10 years. You think I could get my life... No. Yeah. Amy's here. Hello. Welcome in. I hope you had a wonderful stream. He looks good to see you. Chill like usual. Very nice. Yeah. I always enjoy lurking Amy streams. They're good vibes all around. Good conversation for sure. I'll be there to bring it back. Yeah, absolutely, Octo. Hey, by the way, a lot of you have heard my bit before, so some of you are going to roll your eyes and go, oh my god, he's doing it again. But for those of you that haven't stopped by from like a raid to my channel before, I totally get it. It's late for a lot of us. You just came off of a long stream. Post-stream care is like it's a super important thing, right? If you need to go get a snack, get water, go to the restroom. If it's bedtime, if you got an early morning and you've been hanging on just to see Amy off, no hard feelings. Do what you got to do. If there's another amazing streamer live and you're like, I'm going to go check out this person I know, no worries. But if you want to hang out, that's cool too. Weird. I won't say that Amy and I are one-to-one, but there's some overlap. We use similar worlds from time to time, and we talk. So Amy's much better at all of it, but I'm like the late be real. That's kind of where you are now. Either way works. Okay. Perfect. Also, Amaya, good to see you again. No quality. Any D&D talks? Hey, we were doing some D&D talks earlier. It's been a minute though. We were talking a bit TTRPG, more like scheduling conflicts is kind of where the conversation was. But hey, always open to talk. 546 hours in game. That does answer the question. Sorry, I fell behind. Gotta go. Have a good stream. Paul Lover, you take care of yourself. Post stream care. It's important. Been doing much for Super Earth? Yes. That's what we like to hear. Also, hey, y'all don't forget. I don't know if Battleship's still around, but there's a countdown till Helldivers is live on Xbox as well. It's soon. It's like 12 days or something, right? I forgot the number. 17? Somewhere in there. So the population may be about to expand again with all new players. So we're going to have to be there to teach them the ways of how to defend Super Earth from all of the threats to democracy. So, not that, Scar. Not that. No. Got to wake up at 5. Helix, it might be bedtime. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but, you know, that's an early morning. That's a real early morning. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm glad y'all had an amazing stream. And thank you, Amy, for the raid. You're so generous with them, and I really appreciate it. I really do. I'm a little lower energy today than I usually am. I've had a long work week, so I'm kind of I don't want to use the word coasting. I feel like that's negative, but I'm certainly not bringing my usual energy levels. So swapping to PC. Wait, do you have a new PC like on the way, or do you have a PC and you're just swapping over to playing on PC? I love Postal Service. Yes, big fan. This whole playlist is like a lot of stuff that I like passively, and like I can put it on and not have to worry about skipping anything. So but it's all over the place, you know? But yeah. Helldivers, meh. Chip, you're more of a what's more your area? Helldivers, I will say it has a very repetitive game loop, and either like it checks that box for you and it's like this is great, or yeah, like if you don't like it, it's kind of like, well, if you don't like the gameplay loop of it, it doesn't really get any better or change. They just more of the same, right? You can operate on a monster in 2 hours. What? Oh my gosh! You can do one monster, 2 hours of sleep, and you're good to go. No way. I would be a walking corpse at that point. I have to have so much sleep. Wait, Scar, you thought it was your Spotify? Yeah, man. I'm breaking all the rules. Don't tell anyone. Shh. It's a secret. We need to do the game we did the other day again. That was fun. Maybe we can do the amusement park one next. Wait. Sydney, which game was that? Hugs? Yeah, I can pass some hugs out. It's all right. I haven't given a hug tonight. Here you go. Big hug. Big hug. Bring it in. Oh, sorry. I hit you with my glasses. That's awkward. Sorry. There you go. Sim, like when you say sim, like simulation, so like truck sim, farming sim, stuff like that. Sim games can be fun. Nothing wrong with that. What about Motion City soundtrack? Where are we sitting with Motion City? Y'all are really learning a lot about my musical taste right now. The adrenaline and panic it induces. It does. No, when like when you're dropping in and you turn that corner and you know like a Bile Titan's coming around and already mid and you're like, oh no, this is it. Yeah, it has like peaks of gameplay, but it is a difficult game to just sit down and relax in. I will say that. Can operate. Oh, so you just go into like Helix. You just kind of go into secondary functions. Like you're just getting through the day at that. That's fair. That's fair. One wire 344 and a pack of cigs was golden for 20. What? How do people do that? I don't get it. Lizzie, I don't get it. I don't get how people do that. The ranking game with the clouds and the chest. Yeah. When we were doing the tier list world, that was kind of fun the other night, wasn't it? I don't want to do it every stream because I don't want us to get tired of it. But it was nice to sort of switch up what we usually do and hit a tier list world, because we did tier list, we did Truth or Dare, and we did one of those get to know you board games. And chat had a piece and I had a piece, and we kept rolling the dice. That was pretty fun. I did enjoy that. I'm always looking for ways to add a different layer to some of our just chatting streams, just something passive in the background, because I think it's good to have like a little bit of variety once in a while. So, Truck Simulator, yes. Not so much Farm Sim. Oh yeah, the wheel would make it. I've heard that's really fun, but you got to get a good one. Some of the cheap ones I think don't have all the features, and they can be more frustrating, right? So, do your research before you just buy one. I'm sure you will though. Bile Titans aren't the max possible size for a bug. Wait, which ones are the max? Is it the tentacle ones? Woo! I was so excited when they brought the tentacle ones back. I played the first Helldivers a bunch, so I had been wondering where they were until they finally dropped them in. Helix, I don't know how you do it. Also, do the energy drinks not get you feeling weird? They don't give you a headache or raise your blood pressure or anything? How we survived. Damn. I just can't imagine. A dancing stream. My dancing day, I'm retired from dancing. Those days are long behind me. We're coming up on about the 8-year mark since I last did serious dancing. Yeah, it's been a long time. Microsoft Flight Sim. No, I've heard good things about that. I've never tried that one, but yeah, adorable. Thank you. Yeah, I really like the Nanachi. So it's very cute. I know it's a little older in the VR world, and I had some amazing friends help me with the avatar, all the texture work. Vicky Beaver did all the texture stuff, and then a bunch of my friends jumped in and helped me get it from Blender to Unity to blah blah blah, all that. I don't know how to do any of it, but I had some amazing friends jump in and help me out. So, whoa, Sydney, cheers. Whatever tea you may be having, or water, or whatever you're drinking tonight, cheers to all of you, and especially to you, Sydney, for the cheers. Hive Lords from the first game? Yep. They can reach near unlimited size? Is this in-game lore? I didn't know this. Attention, deficit, hyperactivity. Yeah. 344 milligrams of caffeine per can? Yeah, your blood pressure and stuff, right? Your pulse had to be through the roof on that stuff. Oh my gosh. All right. So we got some furry avatar experience. Okay. Oh yeah, never delete the old classics out of your avatars, right? Keep them in there. Don't let them go. Hold on to them. Hold on to them. You never know when the model will stop being released, and slowly the Publix will get shut down, and then you'll be holding on to a gem, and then one day folks will look back and be like, "How in the world do you have that?" It's from the old days. We were actually talking about this earlier. I first became aware of VR chat in late 2017, and then I got my headset and actually hopped in for the first time in super early 2018 was when I finally hopped in. So I've been in the game for a while now. Kind of wild. Time flies. I've definitely had like a on and off again relationship with VR chat though. I'll go through periods where I play it like every night, and I won't touch it for months sometimes. It's kind of weird. But it almost matches. I don't know if anyone can connect to this or not if you play VR chat. It almost like matches. For me, it matches my friend groups. Because I go through this cycle where I'll get connected with like a group of people really well, and we'll have an amazing time, and we'll really be getting along, and then like folks will peel off one by one. Like, you know, there'll be drama and someone will leave. Someone will get tired of VR chat, they'll leave. Two people will find out they like this other game and they'll go play that, you know. And your group kind of like falls apart, and then you're kind of in limbo for a while, you know. And it's like, well, I'm going to go do something else instead of VR chat. And then you come back and you're like, I need to make new friends. And you make a new like cool friend group, and then you start over, and it's like, oh, this game's amazing. And then you kind of just go through that process. At least that's kind of my story in the game. They evolve incredibly fast. They get bigger quite often. Yeah, the Impalers were a lot smaller in the first game. But I feel like they had longer reach, though. I think. I don't know for sure. I don't know, like, the facts. I just remember in-game being like, oh, dear God, their reach. More power in the hive. They just get bigger and bigger. I mean, it makes sense. It's terrifying, though. I do like fighting the bugs, though. Changed my Sona a decent bit. First it was a dragon, then a protogen, half-breed proto. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I like how folks kind of start doing, like, mix-matching different elements of the... There's a lot of cool creations that you can do with that. Nirvana, yes. I see my name. How can I help you? Foxygen. Trying to find a set of clothes to fit. Yeah, so when they're not updating, it does get hard to find good stuff that fits just right. And if you're not like really proficient with the, I guess adjusting clothing is more a Blender thing, right? If you're not really proficient in Blender, it's kind of harder to make those. Yeah. What level am I in GTA? It's been a long time since I played. I feel like I was approaching mid 200s. But I haven't played GTA 5 in a minute. I started GTA 5 on the Xbox One. Is that right? And then I swapped it over to a PlayStation, a PS4 account. And I haven't touched my PS4 in like 10 years or 9 years, somewhere in there. So it's been a long. I really haven't played it. I remember yachts getting released. I remember bunkers. There was like a big laser you could shoot. I think the bunker is the last thing I remember. I think. So I've missed a ton of content in that game. The blender. The fire breath. Yeah, I was reading two things at once. Sorry, the fire breath. I think, I mean, it's true for all avatars, to be honest. I'm partial to furry avatars in VR chat, but I think furry avatars are so creative. I look at the things that people come up with, and I'm like, holy crap. Like, what an amazing imagination. And then you find out that a lot of folks have, like, a story tied to their Sona and their avatar, and you're just like, this is so cool. It's amazing to see what people can do with it. And VR is perfect. It's the perfect space for it, because you're kind of just bound by your imagination, you know? Nirvana, what level are you? You'll know what level I was when I switched? Yeah, I was low level when I switched. Blender and weight painting. Yes. Ugh. Weight painting is... I don't think I know the entire history of the Rex, to be honest. A lot of my friends were really into like the Rex avatar and stuff. So I was around it a lot. But I don't think I know like the full history of it. I am curious though. Is it something that you're willing to share? Because I love learning the lore of the avatars. You're level 328. Nice. Sona's been the same. What's your Sona? Nirvana. the game rabbits. yeah. It's also the Nanachi. I love the Nanachi. I'll probably always use it, but something that has always like just been a little weird. The head to body ratio is just not quite right, and so if you go much larger than just like tiny, like a tiny avatar Nanachi is super cute, it's fine. But if you start getting like an average avatar height, you're like walking around like a bobblehead, which is fine. Like I'm not gonna not use it, but it's just funny when I size up, I'm like, oh my god, I have a big head. Not a Billy Idol fan? Oh my god, Octo, how? Original one's a fox? Foxes are cool. I've got a lot of friends that use like a fox or a variation on a fox as like the inspiration for their Sona. A Helldivers movie was announced? For real? For real? Oh, I'm sorry, Octo. I read... I like skimmed your comment and I read ew. My brain just like auto-clocked ew, Billy Idol. I was like, what? I'm sorry, that's my bad. It's like, dang, how can you not like Billy Idol? Down. That guitar, so smooth. Looks like we've got some other Fox fans here tonight. Boom, boom, boom. I'm exhausted. Ike, I hope that you get amazing sleep. Thank you so much for stopping by. You rest well, take care of yourself, and we will see you again at some point in the future. Sending lots of love back your way, and you rest well. Goodbye, Ike. Goodbye. Why were you swerving? The guitar solo in Freebird. The officer just like looks over the aviators, kind of pulls him down, looks at you and goes, nice. Walks back to the car and just pulls off. No, keep both hands on the wheel. Always. Both hands on the wheel. Yeah. And there's a lot of good, like I said, a ton of amazing Fox-inspired, even in VR. There's a ton of really cool inspired, like Fox-inspired avatars and stuff. And then outside of VR, just Sonas in general and the fandom. Oh, people can do so many cool things with foxes. It's very cool. Very cool. A Fey Wolf Girl. Amaya, very nice. Also good to see you. But I started as just a basic wolf that altered as I began transitioning. So me and my persona both are trans. That is amazing. So it's got like IRL tie-ins, and then it's got its own story as well. Makes it even more interconnected. Very nice. I didn't expect to see these emotes used so powerfully with everything, but I'm happy about it. So, you play Five Nights at Freddy's? I've actually never played it. I don't do a lot of like scary things, even just mildly scary, I get super scared. So I don't do a lot of scary stuff. There's a new game coming out in the series tomorrow. Is there really? That's the first I've heard. 2027 for a Helldivers film. I hope they do it right. It has a ton of potential, but they have to embrace over-the-top nonsense. Like, if there's an explosion, someone has to ragdoll, like, across the world. Like, I think they would have to go that route for it to, like, feel like Helldivers. Otherwise, they risk going in, like, a Starship Trooper direction, which could still be a good film, but I think it would lose some of the Helldivers charm. I don't know. What do y'all think? Name redacted for safety. Fair enough. Created the Abby for VR chat. The creator... is a very right-winged entitled. Oh. No special adult editions allowed on the Abbey. No. Was that really? Six weeks. They made it 6 weeks and they changed TOS. That's wild. I did not know that. I had no idea that was the situation there. Huh. Yeah, because I won't say that, like, I think of that as one of the... I won't say that I think of it as one of the lewdest, but, like, most of the Rexes I know, you know, have various features on their avatars, so I'm like, huh. I just struggle to think of it any other way. Sydney, absolutely. Great lyrics. Great lyrics. Wojo, how you doing? Hello, hello. Good to see you today. I hope life is treating you well. That would be badass if they could actually get A-listers to agree to it. That would be cool. The what? Yeah, Scar, I have been pretty... I see your typo. I have been kind of busy this week, so... Yeah, sorry about my energy. An emerald green fey forest fox. Whoa. Okay, okay. I like the specificity with the emerald green there as well. That's because I can, like, when you say emerald green, I can, like, my brain snaps to the color. Badass. I have to admit, I have used Ananachi for a long time, but I have only recently started to even think of it, like, in the sense of a Sona. That has only come around within, like, the last 8 months to a year, I guess. Forever, I was like, I just like the avatars. But as I've spent more time with it, and I don't know, I have a ton of, like, furry friends and things, and the community, like, some of the nicest folks I've met have been there. It's interesting, so I enjoy it. Now I've got, like, little emotes and things commissioned, and I feel like I take more and more steps in that direction. So Nanachi itself is technically someone else's intellectual property, because Nanachi is like a character, right? So there'd have to be some sort of variation, I think, for me to be comfortable with it. But it's certainly a good baseline. I knew from the start Dash is a furry. What's really interesting, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, my once in a while my mom has a Twitch account, and once in a while she knows that I go live, and she knows how to find me and everything. She doesn't pop in often. She doesn't usually say anything. But one day I was visiting home. Dad was at work, and I was sitting at the table. Mom and I were eating lunch. And she just looked at me, and she was like, "So you're a furry?" I was like, "Mom, I wasn't prepared for this conversation today." And she did that lovely mom thing. She was like, "You need to be careful out there. A lot of people don't like furries." It's like, thanks, Mom. I love you too, Mom. She's so funny. Like, she's well into her 60s. I was like, "How do you even know the word, Mom?" She was like, "I know what the internet is." She's always a step ahead of me. Always. It doesn't matter how far I think I am. She might not be able to turn that damn computer on, but man, if she doesn't know everything else. Mom's right. Yeah, she's like a detective. What do you mean likewise, Wojo? What do you mean? Yeah. But she didn't say it like aggressively. She was just more like, "So you're, you know." It's like, oh my God. It's like you're being too supportive. The color scheme for me started as just a brownish gray Timberwolf, and who got tired of being male started to drink potions to change gender. Side effect, gaining Fey powers and wings. I like that the potion had a side effect too. Her fur even turned candy apple red with a caramel brown muzzle underbelly, while her hair went from brown to blonde with pink highlights that changed color based on mood. That is so cool. And I love like the transformation. I love sort of like as for the Sona, like there's like a 2-prong catalyst there, right? I love all of that. That's so cool. Pinged in general with my safe for work version. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up. Oh yeah, see emerald green. That was the sort of coloration that came to mind. Such a good descriptor. Are these like tattoos on the arms and stuff? Or is it like patterns in the fur? I don't know. I always like to ask before I just assume. Either way, it's badass. Whether you're into girls, guys, or you're one of them furry things, I love you. To be fair, your mom's always been very supportive of me, so you know I don't think we're. She's so great. Oh man. Oh, I love caramel. Caramel's so good. Owns a cafe and loves to bake. Yes. See, that's the part that I like, that creative edge. Like, you all have all these cool stories and things that sort of tie into like your Sona's backstory and all that. I am just like, I like blue, so I put blue hair on it, and I thought the avatar was cute, so I started using it. And I always wanted glasses, so I put like, mine's kind of like that surface level right now. I need to retroactively write, or maybe it's okay for it to. It's like, it's just a guy. He just hangs out. He talks a lot. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. There's no like good story to it right now. I don't know. Using the forced branding technique to turn the fur from green. Oh. That's cool, too. I figured there was more to it than like just like just a design. I was like, I bet there's something else. There's like a cool reason. Yes. Also, is it like a high ponytail in the back? The hairstyle? I'm sorry, I'm looking through like my VR headset, so I'm trying not to miss any of the details here. I'm a huge fan of ponytails, especially high ponytails. So yeah. Thumbs up all around on the avatar, on the Sona. Sorry, the Sona. I will substitute those words when I shouldn't. My exposure to furry things was predominantly started through VR, so I've kind of done it in a different direction. As I recall, I think I liked it. Oh my god, such a good song. The cafe's how I flavored her meeting my boyfriend Sona, who's a mafia boss. Ooh, came in for some coffee and got hooked. Hooked on the coffee or on the customer service or maybe both? I love the story. It's really adorable. Remember I used to get mad growing up when she would not so subtly be like, you know. Why do you think that, Mom? Wait, you didn't want to eat the cake? Amber, that's adorable. That's such a wholesome story. I don't think I knew that story. I like that one. That's so cool. The nice ponytails, absolutely amazing. I don't think I could ever pull it off anymore, but I wear it vicariously on the avatar. The Elder Scrolls made you a furry? Wait. Was it the Khajiit? Both is good. Good. Yeah. The Argonians? I feel like that's like the less commonly traveled road, but respect all the same. Like normally when people say they're like Khajiit, oh my god. I don't feel like I as often hear Argonians. Nice. I was wondering. I thought about calling it out, but I wasn't sure. I was like, let me not go. But yeah. That's literally where my brain went. I was like, oh, scaly. Quality knows. Do. Hate Khajiit and elves. Oh my gosh. To be fair, the elves in Elder Scrolls are a little abrasive sometimes. I was replaying I was playing the remaster of Oblivion, and I had just forgotten how often they like just frame one start talking down to you as a player. I was like, man, they are kind of annoying in Oblivion. I feel like they smoothed that out a little bit in Skyrim. But man. Don't fully understand them? Read too many bad things about them? Yeah, I think that furries get like a lot of really like a disproportionate amount of negative press. I always tell folks, at least for me, and I am like a baby in the community, so I will definitely defer to other wisdom. But I always tell folks, furries are like any other group of people in the sense that there are really kind people, really talented people, really amazing people, and there's also gonna be bad actors in the space, right? But that's also true for like, you don't have to read very far to like read something really negative about like a religious figure or a teacher or a coach, or, you know, it doesn't, a politician, it does, like, whatever group you're looking at, you really don't have to read far to find bad actors in the space. And I think that, like, furries are just, like, kind of the easy to pick on group of the internet right now. It's like the in thing to pick on furries, right? So there's a lot more negative content on them. But yeah, by and large, like, it's just folks who have, like, a deep passion at the base level. My understanding is that it's folks who have, like, passion for anthropomorphic characters. So maybe they just really enjoy drawing them. Maybe they enjoy, like, dressing up. Maybe they enjoy creating, like, the story of a Sona. Whatever it is, there's some aspect of it that they really enjoy and appreciate. And then they just are, like, exist with like-minded people. It's like the artists will get together and, like, create things together, and then people will pay them to bring their Sonas to life. And it has sort of spawned this community of people that kind of support each other and have similar interests. And by and large, it is a very positive space for people. It's, you know, I don't know, though. Like I said, I am not an expert, so let's see what other folks have to say, if anything. Oh, Nirvana, that sounds so terrible. Why would you... Maybe good job. One annoying Kashid, he always says, taking us somewhere warm. Which game? Is that in Skyrim? Oh my god. Lizzie, I am so sorry. I was reading that sort of in my head before I... First of all, I'm sorry that they're, like, loss in itself is difficult for a family, and then someone's inability to adapt and be accepting, and yeah. It sounds like there's been a lot of challenges, and I'm very sorry. 5 years is a long time to... I'll be polite and say be stubborn. It's a long time for someone to be stubborn. Ugh. Yeah, I'm cis, so I didn't have that particular conversation, but I did have, like, the bi conversation, or I guess the pan conversation. At the time I called it bi, but I had that conversation with mom and dad. Unfortunately, it was pretty straightforward. They were definitely, like, very concerned about my safety. They're like, this isn't, like, the path we would have chosen because we're concerned about your safety, which that part, like, stung a little, but they were, at the end of the day, they were like, we love you no matter what. And years later, like 15 years later, they're still like, every partner I've ever introduced them to, they've been like, oh my God, like, we love this person. And they've been nothing but supportive in that way. So I've been very fortunate. What Amber's saying, there's a lot there too. There is a lot of confusion between, like, different groups. Yeah. There's confusion there too, so. Yeah, the furry community can be very wholesome. Very supportive. And also, like, I mean, it also has, like, adult elements to it as well, to be clear. It's like, it's not all just, like, wholesomeness, but you know, again, that's true for a ton of communities, right? The internet has shown us that people will turn anything into, like, an adult section, right? You can pretty much, yeah. You know the rule. I think a lot of the negativity that the furry community gets is just because it's like the in thing is to pick on furries. I don't think that they disproportionately, I mean, I don't have data, but I don't believe or think that they disproportionately have bad actors at any greater rate than any other group. You know, we can look at history and see where. Oh, let me not get ahead of myself here. Think and act like animals? I don't think that's true for all. That's more like the full acting like animals. My understanding is that's more like is it thespian? Is that what it is? Which is like a different community in and of itself. I think I'm getting this right. Like I said, I'm no pro here, all right? But yeah, I mean, like some people will buy. Okay, so for example, I'll just use myself as an example, right? When I'm streaming, and when I'm in VR chat, and when I'm in Nanachi, this avatar, I'm way more animated than I am IRL. I'm still an animated person. I talk with my hands a lot, but like I don't like sit here and like sashay and hip swing and like, you know, I don't do all this stuff when I'm talking to people, and I'm not like waving like this when, you know, I see someone across the street that I know. Like I kind of change my behavior a bit in the avatar, and I kind of act more how I imagine this version of me would act than right. And it's kind of like popping on like a little mask for a while. It's like for me, it's a similar experience like to when I was a kiddo, and I would put on like I would dress up like for Halloween or something, and I would like lean into like that character that I was dressed up as. I kind of lean into this. I wouldn't say I completely change how I think. I wouldn't say that I'm trying to act like an animal. Like I'm not trying to act like a rabbit per se, but I am embracing a different energy. And I think that's more what it is that people embrace like the energy of their sona, from my understanding. I think that's more what it is than necessarily like just trying to act. Now, some people, as part of that might be like that they get excited and they might like make like a little bark sound or something if they're in like a dog fursuit or whatever. But that's, you know, that's not that different than like the Nya that I did like a couple of streams ago. Like I think it's more in that vein and less like trying to be. But again, it varies from person to person, like anything else. I'm giving you like my lens on it, but everyone has their own way of interpreting. And I think that's one of the cool things about the space is that there's not like a handbook that says this is how you gotta do it. I mean, there's certainly some things you shouldn't do, but there's not a handbook that's like this is how you should do, you know, being a furry. It's like explore the avenues that you enjoy. So, sorry, I'm on a soapbox right now. The all kit, what? The all kit, what? Paul McCartney in the Wings, absolutely, Octo. Ugh, Amaya, I am so sorry. Therians. Yeah, Thespian is like an actor. Sorry, Therians. I knew it was a TH somewhere in there. I was like kind of there. I was close. I don't know what that is, Scar. I don't know if you're trying to get me or something. I don't know. She's a miserable old coot. can stay in her ways if she wants. Oh yeah, that's the cool thing about it. You can always like disconnect from folks. I mean, it hurts. It's not easy, but you know, you have that independence, which is a good thing. So. Proposed? No, yes. Nice. Girlfriend Mare. Amazing wife Rat. Very nice. Hell yeah. It sounds like you have redefined and have like your own family and support system in place. Probably ultimately better off for it, you know? So I'm happy that there was like a positive outcome at the end, even though, you know, there's been a lot of challenge along the way. No, I don't think your questions are not coming across as rude. I had a lot of similar questions when I was first like considering the avatars and stuff, because I was like, well, I don't know if I want to do this, because, you know, I mean, I had friends that were like, hey, furries, and it's like, oh no. But like a lot of things in life, it's one of those things where there's just a lot of misinformation and miscommunication out there. And for me, I'm the type of person where the quickest way I can kind of get an idea about a space is just kind of by jumping in and figuring it out. So instead of like watching a bunch of videos, and I was like, well, if I'm enjoying the avatar, let me start going to like furry worlds and talking to furries and seeing what they're about and meeting them and connecting with their friends. And through those experiences, they've mostly been positive. Now, I've met some real jerks. You know, I won't lie. Like, I'm not going to say it's 100% perfect. It's not. But I've met some real jerks in every circle. You know, so that's not uniquely a furry thing. That's just people. People can be jerks. Covered in gas? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Are y'all doing the Skyrim mod? There's so many interesting Skyrim mods. I've barely even scratched the surface of the Skyrim modding community. Yes, yes, yes. That is what it's about, Lizzie. You find those people who are like, welcome. Just bring you right in, right? That's what it's about. Amazing. The werewolf is cool. My brother and I had a big fight about this actually, because I was 100% vampire, but I really like doing magic stuff, and like the vamp stats were just so much better for magic users. So I always went vamp for the stats. But the werewolf transformations were pretty cool. uh, Yucky drug. No. I don't even say that out loud. I don't want that clipped or anything. That is not a sentence I thought I would read today. Uh, yeah. Epitome, I think you are bringing a lot of good points as well, right? The trusting nature and the openness of the community has allowed, like, you know, I think the community extends good faith, and some people have taken advantage of that over time, and that's also another factor, I think. So it's interesting. One of my next big goals, though, Sydney, is to actually one of my big goals is to go to like a IRL furry con at some point and just go check it out. And I think I want to go by myself, not with people that I know, because if I go with people I know, I'm gonna like hover with them the whole time, which is fun. I like doing that. But the purpose of this first trip would be truly to like go explore and see what it's all about. And I think I could do that better by myself. I think I'd like to like that lens, because I have a ton of the VR lens, and I have like some of the Discord lens and stuff, but I really want to go see something in person. I think once I have that, I'll be a lot more comfortable making like stronger assertions about the community. Because right now I'm still like, baby's first time exploring, here we go, you know. Team Edward? No. I mean, well, no, I'm just kidding. There are jerks everywhere, yeah, 100%. Pew, pew, pew. Wojo, you're reminding me of Audica with that. Pew, 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 pew. I reinstalled Audica recently. The leaderboards came back on. Harmonix had dropped some. Okay, if anyone was an Audica player, I don't know, niche game. The Harmonix, which was the main company behind Audica, which was a rhythm game in VR that's like a shooter, similar to Beat Saber, but guns instead of sabers, right? They dropped support for the leaderboards, and so the leaderboards went offline, and the game like stalled, and everyone stopped playing it. But the leaderboards, like in the last month, came back online out of nowhere with no announcement from Harmonix, and now we're all like reinstalling and getting excited about it again. So anyway, but seeing the pew pews made me think of it. Anthrocon? That one's pretty big. Also, like, that's the other thing. Furry cons are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like trying to pick the right one. Roxy the Ree, hello. Being able to freely jump around between different panels, shops, artists, tables, DJ sets, it's great. So you're like a proponent of the solo experience? Just go and do what you want kind of thing? See, it seems like that's what I'd want to do. At least for the first time. Because I've done other conventions, and I've gone with friend groups, and had a blast. I don't think I ever would have started going to a cons if I hadn't gone with a friend group. So, but I think for this in particular, yeah, I feel like this would need that solo flair, you know? You... The OJs. I was walking in my neighborhood yesterday and it started pouring. Came out of nowhere. Yeah. The rain has been all over the place lately. Like, it's just coming out of nowhere. I had a similar experience. I was walking between A and B and the rain just appeared and there was nowhere I could go. I had to keep going to B. It was bad. I'm gonna go sleepies. Good night, chat, and I apologize ahead of time for all the shit I sent you. Amber, I always enjoy the things that you send, even if it takes me a couple of days to get through it. Sometimes it does take me time, but I always get to it. I hope that you rest well, though, Amber. Thanks for stopping by. Send my best to Charmander if when she's awake and stuff. And you take care. Bye, Amber. For your first time or two, solo it. Then start finding your mix of friends. Yeah. Find extra events. That's kind of what I was thinking. And I'm a big fan of just exploring life that way. Like when I travel, if I travel to like a new country, I really like going places I've never been, kind of on my own and just like walking around. I had a fascinating conversation with a colleague about 3 weeks ago about this, because I always talk about how much I enjoy traveling solo, and she was explaining to me, she was like, well, that's like inherently a privileged position. I was like, well, yeah, like being able to travel, like, sure, like I have to save for it, but yes, that is a privileged thing. She was like, no, the fact that you feel safe traveling solo, that is like an element of, and we had this really fascinating conversation. I never think twice. I'm just like walking down the street and I'm like, yeah, I'm great. This is fun. Woo, let's go. She was like, I would never. So it was eye-opening. So I'm a proponent of it, but I have to give space for the fact that that's not everyone's cup of tea, But I enjoy it for certain. What are we doing? Are we going like full-on Khajiit? Is this lore or are we switching to races? What is happening? Lizzie, are you off to bed? It was a pleasure. You take care of yourself. Also, ask Amy about party animals in VR chat. I will. Social drinking, hangouts, furry group. Yeah. I'm not well connected with any groups currently, so yeah, I've definitely been. I'll definitely ask. But you take care. Thank you so much for the conversation. I enjoyed it. Goodbye. Wait, Scar, what's the only reason? For safety, convention travel, all that? I don't think that's true. I think y'all's friendship has transcended that. I don't think that's true. Orcs are good for like certain classes, but yeah, I typically play because I'm so into the casting side. I always play like casters on my playthroughs of games. I usually end up playing a Breton. because the Breton perks for Magic are just so good. It's hard to not play a Breton. I don't care if they're useful. I don't like them. Craving tacos? Tacos do sound good. Yes, exactly. That was Amaya. That's because when I was doing the vampire thing, because I love the magic benefits, and everyone was like, "What about the vulnerabilities?" Like, no, Breton, good to go. It's a good combination. Makes you think, are all Bretons vampires? You know, you have to. Is that why they? Is that why they developed that? Those resistances, perhaps. Okay, everyone. It's about that time. I have normally I'd stay a little longer, but I have a very early morning commitment. Yeah. I think we're all on the same page. I'm seeing a lot of folks like, I gotta go. I got work in the morning. Quality. I'm on the same page. I too have work in the morning. It's pretty early, so I said at the beginning of the stream I was gonna hold myself to it, that we're gonna end right on time. So, Scar redeeming the museum trip. Perfect. We'll pivot to the museum trip commercial, and then I'll go directly to closing the stream. All right. So everyone, thank you so much for being here. For all the redeems, the channel point redemption is so much fun. Showing off the new emotes tonight. I really appreciate all the love y'all showed for the new emotes. It warmed my heart. The artist did a phenomenal job. So shout out. The new follows, of course, Amy for the raid. Thank you so much. I'm wonderful to see all the new faces and the returning faces. Y'all, we had great conversation around games, TTRPGs especially, right? I really enjoyed the Sona conversation. We asked important questions about different communities and, try to do a little information sharing and maybe reduce some stigma. So I think we put a lot of good out into the world today. So I appreciate you all for being here for that. Said night at the perfect time. Absolutely. Getting ready to head to bed myself. I hope that you have a wonderful night. Des, much love your way too, and for Wojo, absolutely. Amaya, sending hearts your way. I hate when stream ends. Thanks for the boo, Wojo. Yeah. So remember, I will not be live this weekend at all. I have a super busy weekend. Thank you for the ooh. I have a super busy weekend, but my plan is to be live for Tuesday talks like usual. So, yeah. Yes. May Liberty watch over you. Likewise, in the name of Super Earth, absolutely. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hit Scar's museum trip that I owe him, and then I'm just gonna close stream. Everyone, be safe, take care, be kind, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.